What up, my nerds? I'm Riccardo, the Roleplay Gamer, and I like to party. So for quite some time, I've been on a quest, if you will, to find a roguelike that I can slap up on the channel, do regular videos of, have some fun with. You guys can make fun of me for playing poorly, as is inevitable, but nothing has really clicked. Cue Dead Cells. Holy shit, this game. Holy Christ. So it's being sort of dubbed half seriously a RogueVania. It's a roguelike and a metroidvania game. It's also got serious Dark Souls influences, so, you know, I would call it a Souls-like for sure. And, oh, good lord, it's like the sexual, erotic, indecent love child of something like Binding of Isaac and Dark Souls, which is two games that I would dearly love to love, but I'm just terrible at the both of them. This, on the other hand, I feel like I can actually get good at it. I did a stream today. I had, like, the most fun I've ever had with a roguelike. Using the term loosely, because I know some people get uppity because you're calling things roguelikes and maybe they're not roguelikes, but whatever, let's not get pretentious about it. Let's just play the game. Alright, so essentially, you know, you're this sort of, there's cells, right? I don't know what that means. It's like it's this literal substance. You collect cells from fallen enemies, so it's like the souls from Dark Souls. And you inhabit, you know, an undead corpse, and you run around. You gotta like defeat and look. It's basically Dark Souls, but with a procedural element to it. It's fantastic. Lost our head now, did we? That's right. That's right. Well, nothing to say for yourself. Oh, well, yes, I see the problem. Now this bit's a little bit confusing because it's changing colors. Potentially, you know, suggesting that it's a different character, but it doesn't sound like it is. It sounds like it's just this one guy talking over the top of himself, unless he's got multiple personality disorder. That's fine. I'm not going to judge. I suppose you didn't think to find yourself back here. But surely, you must have noticed. You can no longer die. I still don't understand. It was like this with the others. For a while. He's like, hey, what's going on here? So one of the things I love about this game already in the few short hours I've played about probably not even 3 hours yet, is you've got like all this freedom in picking weapons. Like, so there is absolutely a random element, but you are able to direct your cells, which is your currency for unlocking items to throw into the rotation for you to pick up while you're playing. You can direct, you know, your cells in certain areas so that you can prioritize certain things. You'll see how we go. But to start off with, I'm going to go with the bow, just because I'm a little bit better with the bow. Not that I'm bad with a shield, I just forget to use it. Alright, so with these guys here, we can totally duck and we can cheese them a little bit. Alright, we take that guy out. Oh, yes! So straight off the bat, we've got the blood sword, which is one of my favorite sort of early game weapons. Now that doesn't mean we have the blood sword, but we have the blueprint so that we can spend cells to unlock it at a later date. It's fine. So we've got a dodge roll. Luckily and appreciatively, I should say, is you can actually come into contact with enemies and not take any damage, right? Which is fantastic. They actually have to do their attack to damage you, which is great considering how tight some of these spaces are. It's like a necessity for it not to be infuriating. And it's very much about sort of, you know, learning the way everything attacks, but not as seriously as like Dark Souls, for example. Dark Souls is very, like, that's all it's about, right? Whereas with these, it's just, their attacks are very simple because they're just minions or whatever, you know. We're not talking bosses or anything like that. The attacks are very simple, so it's not like a huge deal to figure out that pattern. Oh god, see that was not good. I should have just rolled past him. These shield fuckers, I am not happy that we're facing them so early. Sometimes you don't get them until much later, and I prefer when that's the case. Because it's just a little bit tricky. Now we're going to jump down here. These red guys aren't even a problem. I'm pretty sure they haven't even got a close range attack. Oh god. See, I should have just like rolled out of the way there. It's fine. I still make some stupid mistakes. Make no mistake. So there are secrets to find. There are like little... Alright, listen. Listen, I just want you to know I'm totally okay tickling the fungus. It took me a little while to figure out what the hell that was about in my stream, but I know now. I know now. And you know what? I'm happy to spoil it for you. We just got to beat the first... Look, I don't even think he's a proper boss, because I think there's only 2 bosses in the game. So I kind of feel like he's a bit of a mini-boss. But he seems like a mandatory semi-boss fight fairly early on. And once we beat him, it really opens up the game for us. So hopefully I can do it in this one episode and I won't have to embarrass myself. But I also understand that it might be something for like episode 2. Alright, so we've got an ice grenade. We've actually got 4 slots for activatable abilities, and I think with the exception of the like range weapons, projectile weapons like the bow and such, nothing has ammo. And even... Oh god. Listen. That was not a good place to be. Alright, we got a carrot so we heal a little bit. It's fine. So, look, even the bow and such, you can grab the arrows back off the corpses. And I love that mechanic. That is so cool. Alright, excellent. We're just rocking the starter sword for the moment. But not anymore. Alright. Yeah, so, hang on. Let me just show you what we got here. So we've got Twin Daggers. Inflicts a critical blow on the 3rd consecutive hit. So this is going to give us a little more damage, I believe. There we go. Oh, yes. Feels so good. See that there? That's a secret right there. I'm starting to see them now. It feels good. They glow at you, little fuckers. Oh, God. Beautiful. Yeah, so even the things you would expect to have, like, limited ammo, such as grenades, it's all just a cooldown, which is fantastic. Hang on, where are we even going? Do we need to go down? Oh, okay, we can't because we're still tickling the fungus. Look, eventually once we beat the boss, we'll get the ability to grow those into vines. And we won't have to tickle no longer. Alright, is this where we came from? It might have been. Look, I've never gotten lost before, but there's a first time for everything. I think we just need to go to the end here, and it's looking like there might be a portal. You know what? Let's just take the portal. Here we go. So these portals will allow you to move across the map, which is, you know, it's pretty cool. So, for example, the immediate use I see for those is like if you got full health, but there's like a carrot pickup which gives you health, so you can't use it because you got full health, then you maybe need it later on, you come back to it through the portal system, hence the metroidvania elements, I guess. Alright, what do we get here? We got a grenade too, so this is just going to be straight damage. So we've got the grenade 2 and we've got the ice grenade 1, so we can freeze and we can just do straight damage. There's some really interesting powers here. The grenades aren't my personal flavor and preference. I keep feeling like I think I'm missing something here. No, I'm not, because that's it. Alright, so it must be up top. We need to go up. Or down the other side. I think that's more to the point. I think that's the one over here. Let's do this. Not that way, down here. Listen. There's some really cool abilities. Like there's a turret, which is totally up my alley. You know that it is. Oh god. Listen. That was not the best damage. It's fine. So we got a shop. What can we buy? Moonstone Amulet. Poison no longer affects you. Sewers, here we come. Look, that is useful, but I'm gonna hold off on it for the time being. I've also got to remember I've got my bow, which is something I'm gonna just use instead of buying a shield or anything like that. I'm just going to use the bow because I'm an idiot and I need to be not forgetting to use it. That's like the biggest problem for me. Oh god. That's the biggest problem for me right now, is just remembering to use all the abilities. Oh god, and just stupid shit like that. Listen, they're a basic enemy, but those fucking green guys, the shits that look like the glowing ones. Oh, alright, look, we're getting blueprints left and right, but these fuckers, they telegraph, obviously, but I'm still not getting, like, the timing of it. it needs more practice for sure. Alright, so we've got a strength upgrade here, which is going to up the damage of our, you know, physical weapons as opposed to our abilities, because we will later be able to use sort of like magic-y type stuff, which I appreciate. I think this is just a general level up. So we get to pick Scroll of Power. Yeah, we get to pick a stat. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so we can go health, strength, or skill. We haven't got any skills right now, I don't think. Maybe we do. Maybe the grenades are classified as skills. Increases active skill damage and reduces their cooldown timer. Yeah, that might be the case there. Increase weapon damage or health. You know what? I'm just going to go with health for now. That's quite a chunk of health we got there. That's a shield, so I'm going to leave it because I'd like to stick with a bow, even though it is the starter bow. And we can actually even... Alright, next area. We can actually even upgrade... While my chair squeaks up a storm, we can upgrade our starter equipment in the sense that, look, I'll show you in a second. This is pretty cool. So this happens between every level. You again. Interesting. I am the collector, and I'm about the closest thing to company you will get down here. In exchange for the cells you pillage from your foes, I can provide you with a few useful items. If you uncover any blueprints, I may be able to provide you with some more experimental items. Savages. Alright, because as you can see, we got a little bit of a selection here. More to unlock. So I imagine all this stuff here is like, hang on, conditions not met, gold, recovery 3. Okay, this isn't even like half of it, I don't think. There's like 50 items in the game. So we only see them as we find the blueprints. Prints even, which is really cool. So I think the first thing we're going to do, I think the first thing we have to do is just put points into our healing potion here. So this is going to allow us to heal while we're out and about. We actually have control over that. Otherwise, what else can we do? I think the blood sword is probably a good starter, and that's probably what the game is telling you to do because it's cheap, you know. So we'll get the blood sword, which applies a dot and, you know, does a decent amount of damage, and it's definitely one of my favorite weapons. What else can we do? There's Frost Blast, but we haven't found the blueprint yet, I don't think. We can actually sort by what is available and what is not. So this is what I was saying before, started to say. So if we put points, and it requires 50 cells, which is pretty huge. If we put cells into either the bow or the shield, it's going to give us a random like proper weapon that's not the starter bow or starter shield when we start the game. So every time you start a run, you'll get a random thing you've already unlocked, which is fantastic. I love that. So I'm kind of tempted to, wherever we can, you can serve. Look, first I'm going to go gold recovery. So this gives us a sack of gold every time we start, you know, from our last run. And I think I'm going to put the rest into the starting bow. Look, it's a bold statement. Make no mistake. Everything you buy here is yours forever. Not even death can take it from you. Excellent. Simply put, if you want more power, then bring me more cells. Now, prisoner, out of my sight. Your presence grows tiring. Savage, look. This guy's got problems, make no mistake. So we will replace the twin daggers with... Oh, this savage angle. Oh, yes. Oh, my God, yes. Look, it's pretty sexual. And then after every shop, we have the ability to, boom, both heal ourselves and replenish our flask. So it is, you know, no point saving the flask, because it will be replenished. So just in case you guys aren't aware, or if you haven't picked it up yet, the way this game is structured, it's like a full game of Dark Souls or something like that, for lack of a better way to put it. And every time you die, it's literally you start. So imagine imagine you're playing Dark Souls, and every time you die, you have to start from the beginning, from the very beginning. But you get to keep your equipment. That's probably the best analog I can think of. So you're unlocking stuff for your next run, but you have to start from the start every time. And, you know, looking in the forums and whatnot, on the Steam forums, I've seen, I think the fastest I've seen someone bragging that they... Oh, fuck no. The fastest I've seen someone bragging that they've completed the game, like, fully is 30 minutes. So, like, a full run in 30 minutes. I imagine they probably rushed quite a bit. So, I'm going to pick strength here. And we're going to go down the elevator and probably not find anything, I don't think. Not this run, at least. I think we're going to defeat the boss. Oh, no, we got a shop. And we can't afford... We don't want either of those items, and we can't afford them anyway, so it's not even a problem. But early on, I am finding it's probably a good idea to not rush, even though there are rewards for going fast, as you'll see probably in this area here. Not rush and just farm up as many souls as possible, because you're going to need them to unlock shit. Alright, oh, fucking A. Listen. Alright. Totally forgot what I was saying, but it's fine. As you can see, we're doing quite a bit of damage there. So when you take damage... Oh, that's so powerful. I love it. When you take damage, there's a little orange bar that sort of fills up your oh god, no. That fills up your health bar. And if you can, like, oh fuck, no, this is not good. Don't judge me. No. All right, roll. Fucking roll. If you can kill something before the orange bar depletes. I hate these guys. I hate these guys. Listen, I'm gonna heal. I'm better than this. I know I am. Yeah, if you can kill something before the orange bar depletes, then you'll get some of your health back, and that's pretty cool. You've also got a double jump. Yeah, so the fastest I've seen someone say they completed is 30 minutes, or an hour. So that's a full run, probably rushing. And some people have taken 10 hours. So it's sort of a mixed bag. It's, I suppose it depends on your play style, and how good you are, how efficient you are. Now, what we just dealt with there, that scarecrow thing, we need to kill that before we could... Up here as well, before we could... Alright, listen. I don't like those flying things. Before we can take out the shielded enemies. Good lord. Which is a very roguelike-y sort of thing, isn't it? Alright, we just found another secret. Get over here, you. Right, what did I say I was going to remember to start using again? The bow, alright? So we can't get through there, is that right? Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. Let's head up the top here. So there's some interesting concepts here in that, you know, there are ways to cheese. And that's cool. Maybe not this time. Oh, fuck. Alright, that's one of the teleporting fuckers, I think. There we go. There we go. Stay away from me. Alright, look, it's fine. Alright. We've also got throwing knives now. So let's just have a quick, hot, saucy look at what this is going to do. Throwing knives as opposed to the beginner bow, right? So it does less damage, but I believe they're rapid fire and they actually direction a little bit. You'll see in a second. So I will use them. Oh god, okay. Yeah, that's... That's the one. Listen, it's fine. Alright. Horizontal turret. I'm so glad we got that. That is one of my favorites of all time. It's not the most powerful... Fucking A. It's not the most powerful item. But it is a lot of fun. And it's fantastic for drawing aggro while you're sort of laying into their backs. So for the shielded enemies where you can only attack them from behind, it's actually really useful. And already I'm seeing like, oh, it was sealed 8 minutes ago. See, we took a little bit too long. And that's what I was talking about there earlier, with there being rewards for speeding through things, essentially. But early on, oh, it's really not worth it. We're probably better off taking our time, harvesting the cells rather. Whoops. Wrong franchise, baby. Okay, listen, this is troubling. Fucking A. Okay. Alright. Alright. Grab the carrot. We're good. No, don't do that. Quick, slay him. It's fine. Oh, fucking get over here, you. Get over here, mate. Listen, we got through it. I'm the worst ever. It's fine. Alright, so let's go grab that thing. And then we'll come back here. Oh god, don't do that. Listen, I'm starting to miss the shield. I'm not great at the shield just because I forget to use it, like I said earlier, which is terrible. Like, I'm forgetting to use, you know, everything except the sword, which is not great. It's not great at all. But I love that you do get all those tools. It feels great. Get over here, you. Oh, fucking hell. Listen, I'm not happy about this. Don't shoot things at me. Alright. It's fine. And we're tickling the fungus again. Look, we need to beat the boss. Honestly, I don't see it happening. Considering how much damage I've taken. Like an idiot. Plus, I haven't really got a loadout, a build, if you will. That I'm really happy with defeating the boss. The first time around, it took me a turret. I needed to get, you know, a horizontal turret in order to distract him and block some shots. Before I could really get away with taking this guy out. And here he is. So, you get to see me fail pretty hard. And that's fine. Look, it might be fine. So, it's going to take... It's going to take a lot of rolling. See what I'm saying? Yep, yeah, it just one-shot me like a savage, and I lost 24 cells from that, with a body desecrated. Desecrated! And that's the loop, baby. That's the loop. Our first death. Oh, the savagery. Oh, it feels so good. Back already. Well, it doesn't seem to be going all that well for you. Have you noticed how everything seems a little different each time? This guy, I love the little animations. One could think the island is alive. I wonder if... What do you make of all this? Yes. Alright, so we just picked up 25% of the gold that we had scooped up from our last run, which is pretty cool. So, you know what, guys? You know what? I'm going to end it there, and we're going to do another run right after in another episode. We're going to do a shield run. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you want to see this continue, I'm only going to ask this once. I'm not going to go on about it. But if you want to see the series continue, your likes and comments help out a hell of a lot more than you may or may not know. So again, thank you very much for watching. Taste the game. Be excellent to each other. And I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer, out.